Okay, so we talk a lot about purpose. We hear a lot about, I just need to find my purpose. What's my purpose? Just need to figure out my purpose, man. Like, what does it even mean to figure out your purpose? What is the definition of purpose? Well, I wanted to share my 3-part framework with you. And I believe that if you can continually each day get more and more clear about these 3 things, your sense of purpose will become more and more powerful, strong, and clear also. So let's do this. Okay, so my 3-part purpose framework consists of your what, your why, and your how. So when we have conversations about purpose, often we're very focused on the what. Like, what is it? What am I meant to be doing? What sort of impact am I meant to be having, right? But from experience, I can confirm that you also need a level of clarity, a level of familiarity, and a level of comfort and understanding around what your why and your how is. So I'm going to give you a totally random example. Say that someone does a lot of soul searching and finally they get to a point where they're like, oh my God, do you know what? You know what I want to do with my life? I want to set my vision as being to end the climate change crisis, to literally end the climate crisis. So they've defined their what. It's a huge what. It's a massive what. And for me, the what is your vision, all right? And the bigger you can make your vision, the better. There's this quote, if you aim for the moon, then at least you'll land among the stars, even if you don't make it to the moon. So make this vision freaking almost impossible, almost like ridiculous, because you have one life. You're here once. Why not go all out? Why not give it a shot to get to this incredible, massive, global level of your vision? So your what is your vision. But then you've got these other 2 components, which is your why and your how. But I'm going to talk about the why for now. So say this person has this vision. I want to end the climate change crisis forever on this planet. That's my vision. I'm going to set it all the way up there. Why? Now the why for me is basically something that you can constantly come back to whenever you're feeling self-doubt, whenever you're self-sabotaging, whenever you're just like, oh, literally, why am I doing this? This is so hard. This person we were talking about, their vision is to end the climate crisis on this planet. Why? Well, maybe they saw an image of the rainforests somewhere on this planet being absolutely decimated and it broke their heart. Maybe they saw an image on Google Earth. I saw this a while ago where it actually shows visually over the last couple of decades how much our ice caps have melted. And maybe that broke their heart. Your why is basically something that really pulls out emotion in you, really strikes a chord in your heart and in your soul. And it's something that you can just come back to at a core whenever you feel self-doubt, to remember why you want this vision. Another way to think about it is if you weren't going to accomplish this vision, say you had this vision of ending the climate crisis on the planet, if you didn't accomplish this, what would happen? And just visualize what the repercussions of that would be for you, for your generations after you, and for the planet. And just keep visualizing that. Keep visualizing that to the point where you actually start crying or where you actually start feeling really emotional. That's your why. So every time you are in doubt, you hold on to that emotion. You hold on to that visceral feeling. And every time you feel like you're lagging behind, you're not motivated to get your vision done, to work on your vision, you think about your why. You think about this visceral emotion, this visceral core feeling, and you get back on track. Cool. You've got your why, you've got your what. What about the how? We never talk about the how. And I think this is the part that I struggled with the most after I did have my what and my why clear. And I wish someone had told me this earlier, but your how needs to be something that brings you joy and that you're good at. It's the ugliest G I've ever seen in my life. Okay? So you do not have to sacrifice yourself in order to achieve your vision. You should not feel like you are sacrificing who you are in order to accomplish this vision. The way you get to this vision needs to be aligned to what you love to do or what makes you happy and what you're good at. And if you can get clear on these three things, then you're clear on your purpose. And I think this is the sort of framework that I wish someone had talked me through when I was figuring out my purpose back in my early 20s. So I'll talk a little bit more about each of these in separate videos, but I hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I will see you next week for more content about purpose, healing, and mindset, because ultimately, I am here to ensure that we're all living aligned to who we truly are. I love you, I believe in you, and I'll see you next week.